Yeah, I just went over there and pushed some buttons. I don't know what I pushed. What I'm doing now, some glue in the block there. I keep leaning up against that drill where it's plugged in, and I had the plug broke off by the time I'm done. I just take the plug and just roll the edges a little bit in the glue. These are the plugs I made up myself there, and I made them up like you said, you know, it's a good idea. And pop her down there. Take the old chisel and level it off. Scrape away the glue. And this is what we got. See, plug. Right in there. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, you should see it on there. Right there. Now what I do, I'm going to put about 3 together, and I'll let them sit, see, in here, because it's a little colder out in the garage, and I'll let them sit in here so the glue and everything sets up on them. And when the glue sets up good, I'll throw them back up on the bench, give these a little stroke with a piece of sandpaper, or leave them on the floor for that matter, because I've found now I'm sanding everything else before I assemble it, sanding all the edges and everything before I put it together, eh? Make it easier. It's easier that way, I find. So just line up the grain there. So if I got a little bit of excess glue left out over, it don't matter. And see, I got a little bit of glue on the, or I want a little bit of glue. Yeah, that one's got a little hole around the edge there, see? And I'll fill that out with glue. And I really want to take a little bit of sawdust, see, and throw it on there. Give it a wiggle around. Level her off right nice. Now when she sets up, I'll hit her with a piece of sandpaper, 2 strokes, and blah la la la. That's French. I'll be done. So I got 2 more to do there. Flip her over and do 4 on the other side. And that one is ready, except for the sanding of the 8 plugs, and dust her off and put her out in the spray booth. Ha ha. Yeah. There's 18 of the critters. There's 3 deep across the back and 2 deep across the front here. I'll set one aside and take a look at it. Yeah, there we go. TV goes on the top and the VCR goes on the bottom. I'm gonna drill holes up through the bottom and put casters on it. As we were talking there, and of course that's bare now. That's not finished, eh? All finished. Now with the bright lights on, I don't know if you can see the color or not, but that's it. Right there. And there's 18 of them all finished and ready to go out in the van tonight. It's about 2 o'clock now. As soon as somebody comes home, I get these out there, and then I'm on my downhill assembling the dressers. I had the dressers all done before I got the sander all cut up, so now they come out here and all the panels will go through the sander before they go into the shop for assembly. And we're downhill from here. Welcome to a very special episode of the old Southern Workshop. Don't forget the mouth when you say that. You know what this is, Buddy? That's a Newfie peppermint knob. What's left of it? Well, the shop is filled again. There's piles of strips over there. There's piles of drawer sides over there. There's piles of drawer fronts right here. There's piles of left dresser sides there, and piles of right dresser sides there, and piles of skirts that go on the top, and the skirts that go around the bottoms. Large thundering creepers, meepers, yes, bye. I made up a little jig here that will facilitate the ease of fastening the drawer slides and the top strip that will fasten the top down to the drawer dresser sides. I got me a strip out here that I got to put back before I call it scrap and cut it off or something. I got the jig. This jig is for right hand or left hand. It's reversible. It's right now in the right hand setup. So I can only handle 10 dressers out in the spray booth at a time. So I'm going to assemble 10 of them and spray them, throw them in the truck, and do 10 more. You prende that. This just drops on over here, like so. You can see it's got the grooves in here that the drawer slides will fit into. You see? Like that. All 4 drawers are exactly the same. All 4 drawers are completely interchangeable. There's no top one, bottom one. This one goes here, that one goes there. Where one goes, they all goes. You hear that? Goes. And this is my top strip where the screws go up through to suck the top down a little bit. Even to the point on the jig where this is recessed from the top by about a 1/16 of an inch or so. So that I'll sure that I get the top sucked down tight against the sides. Just running a bead of glue down these now. And she's right down against these blocks. She's right in against this main strip. I just pick her up here. Shove that front one up in place. This is just my, I don't have any, I just got the one dresser assembled, the one that I done in the very, very beginning. To make sure that all this stuff fits. Now, pull her down tight, shove her in tight, make sure all these strips are pushed ahead. Make sure I got some nails in here. There, she ain't going anywhere now. Move my glue out of the way and nail her on. Then I gotta change guns. I got a 1 1/4 inch, or 1 3/16 I think in there, and I got 1 1/2 in this one, because I'm going through a 3/4 strip. Those ones I just seen me put on, I'm going through a 3/4 strip and into a 3/4 side, so 1 1/4 just meets her nice. And now I'm going through about this is darn near 3/4. I guess no, this is an inch. This is an inch and a 1/16 that goes across the top now for the strip to be nailed onto. So I'm popping that on with 1 1/2 inches. That's what I got in the other gun here. And that's my nailer to hold the top down. Now what I do, I'll leave this gun hooked up, see, and I'll put that strip on first the next time. Now I just lift my jiggy off there, like so, and we got our side. Now I'm just going to take a look at that, make sure I got it. Yeah. This is the inside of the right side. See, the bottom drawer slides here, next one up slides here, next one up slides here, next one up slides here, and here's my strip for when the top goes on. Run a couple screws up into here and that sucks the top down, see? And like I say, this is recessed down just slightly below the side here. This is recessed down just below the side, so I know that the top is going to ride on this side, not going to ride on this. And the spacing now, when my drawers go in, the spacing, I can't remember, Dad, have you seen, if I had a dresser assembled when you were here? You seen one back earlier in one of the videos, I know that. But I don't know if you were here or not when it does. See, here's the side, right? So even with the right out, see how much it just barely tips down. See? And when she slides in, right? So even when it's that far out, you know, especially with the back on here, it's not going to fall off. And these drawers will fit in every position. This strip also, not only for holding the top down, is positioned at the right distance for the spacing for this drawer, as you can see. Okay? We'll get into more detail in the drawers here later. That's a lock miter. It's a 45 with the tongue in it. And this is the drawer lock cut on this one. I'm sure you've seen these. Now I got to make sure I put this one back on the right pile because they're different. The left and the rights on the sides are different because of where the cut is. Now this is grooved already for the back. You see? So the back will just slide up from the bottom and fasten her in place. This is recessed back the proper distance here for the strip that comes across on the front, and these are all recessed back the proper distance for the strip that comes across between the drawers. Let's put them in and wham wham wham. So I'm going to do 10 of these now. This is the second one, and I'm going to make up a total of 10 of these. Turn my jig the other way so it's working from this end because of my back groove, you see, and make up 10 more for the left sides, and then we'll get into fastening the dressers together with these strips and everything else. So don't run away, because even though I'm going to be maybe an hour or so doing this, you're going to see it done right now. Hello, hello, hello. Not that it'll make a big difference, I don't think, but I got 10 of the other sides of rights made up now. And I got the jig reversed, and I'm making 10 lefts. Probably won't even notice too much of a change there. What anything looks like is just backwards from Well, here we are again, alive and in living color. Living as in almost alive. I got a choice here. I picked my favorite one for the front. This is the back down here now. This is the back and that's the bottom. This is the very first one here. Maybe I should assemble a couple first, get the knack of this, before I put it on tape. That way I can look good. But what the hell? Live dangerously. I'm going to have to nail these to the outside. I know that, so I'm going to have some repair to do. No, not really a repair, I guess. Patch, eh? If I can, I like to have them a little bit below flush. Just below flush. There's one. Maybe what I might end up doing is constructing some type of a jig here just to hold these in. Well, it's not too bad with this nailer. You just get them in place. As long as you can hold them there for a couple of seconds. Enough to get her started. That's the front one now. I gotta put one across the back. Little dab of do ya. Yeah, okay, I see, it worked out well. I must have thought of that when I made the jig. This is above the strip, above the groove, so the top will slide in. There we go. That's the top. Now I got to put one up. I'm looking over there at the one that I assembled 5 months ago. One across the back under. So this combination will go on the floor. I just want to take a look to see if we're still in here now.